The following marketing information and discussion is provided for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as professional guidance or consultancy. You should find an agency for that. Comexis is a digital marketing agency, so feel free to hire us. But otherwise, just enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Buyer's Journey by Comexis, a discussion-based podcast on the ever-changing marketing landscape. I'm Matthew McGroarty, the social media content producer here at Comexis.
I am Len Ward, the managing partner at Comexis.
So on Fridays, we typically talk about the advocacy stage of the buyer's journey, and that is when a previous customer of yours is advocating for your brand, product, service because they had such a fantastic time with it, and that can include things such as writing reviews, going on social media and talking about your brand. So today's story is not entirely related to the advocacy stage, though we are going to talk about social media, which is where a lot of advocacy stage things take place. IKEA is transitioning its catalog, the famous print catalog, IKEA print catalog is going to be being pushed more into Pinterest. A lot of this is coming from Hillary Milnes on Digiday. I will have a link to her piece in the blog description, so definitely check it out. So the goal here was to have the catalog have a longer life and exist someplace other than its website and in the mailboxes of people who are actually getting it. So IKEA created a shoppable version of its catalog for Pinterest, which populates product pins in personalized user boards based on a questionnaire around item and style preferences. Pinterest is, as IKEA media project manager Carrie Longarzo said, home to, quote, DIYers and how-toers and customizers, a prime audience IKEA wanted to reach. Quote, we didn't want to just copy and paste. We already have a digital catalog online, said Longarzo, but promotions in the past felt a little stale. We were running out of ways to show the catalog to people online, so we sought out something different. So IKEA worked with media agency Wavemaker as well as Pinterest strategic and creative teams, and then IKEA created the product questionnaire that was mentioned, built into Pinterest to learn what users were shopping for, what furniture styles they're interested in, and other insights into their personal taste. And from there, users could either let IKEA fill an automated Pinterest board based on their responses or browse through recommended products and build their own boards. All pins in the program were linked to product and catalog pages on the IKEA site. After launching last August, Longarzo said that 25,000 Pinterest boards have been created using the tool and that the questionnaire had a 4% completion rate. And overall, IKEA measured the response to the Pinterest catalog through engagement as well as conversion to the product pages, though they did not mention any of those stats in this discussion with Milnes. Quote, Pinterest has become a top of mind for brands because of how people use it. They actively search for decor and products, and that's something that's top of mind for Pinterest, said Noah Melin, managing partner at Wavemaker. Quote, the old way we thought about Pinterest was an aspirational platform, and now they're putting action alongside that. And going forward, Longarzo said that IKEA plans to keep exploring new digital ads as well as bring new shoppable functions into its strategy events and its new mobile app. And it's going to be reducing the print production of its catalog. Len, what do we think about this?
You know, this is like buyer's journey, like creative strategy 101. This is really, really good. Yeah, I mean, we have this. This is kind of like a bridge between the retention and the advocacy stage. It's interesting. It's coming up with a new idea, and it's coming up with a way to, have people digest the content. I'm not a big Pinterest user. We use Pinterest a little bit here as Comexis, not as much as we probably should, but that's a good way for IKEA doing what they're doing. It's a very interesting way to kind of really take the next step on a creative strategy. I'll be interested to see what other companies are going to come in and do it, but I like it. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's super smart, and it reminds me of in part, though I actually kind of like this better. Walmart did their new baby shower like shopping list kind of thing, where you would be able to have it be auto-populated by Walmart after filling out a questionnaire on different things in regards to baby gender, your own personal taste of things you are looking for your baby. But what I really like about this, as IKEA mentioned, was how pinpoint direct that Pinterest can be in hitting people who either are DIYers or like crafts or like to do interior design and things like that. And it's just really taking the reins and going, okay, well, we have this tool that we can definitely take advantage of. How do we do it in the best way possible? And I think making their catalog digital Pinterest things is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. It really is really strong.
I'm going to keep an eye out and see if we can get any more numbers on this tool and how effective it's been, especially going forward. But as we've seen in the past, Pinterest has been really changing up a lot of things in positive ways to make advertising on the platform a lot better. We've talked about it a couple times in the past, so I'll link those in the blog post as well. But in general, I am really interested in seeing how Pinterest continues. Do you know if they went public yet or not? I know they were changing some things with their marketing.
I thought they were doing road shows. They might have been out there, maybe gauging interest, but I don't know if they're public yet or not. Pinterest is a classic company I think could use a little advertising themselves. Like I've said, Twitter could use an advertising campaign. Too many of these social media companies and web companies take away something like Facebook and Google, who advertise fairly heavily, and YouTube. They don't put any money behind it, and I really think Pinterest is a company that should really be putting more money behind what they are, because I think it's definitely lies in the female demographic. Pinterest, we know that it's not an overly heavy male demographic, but I think it's one of those famous things where I know Pinterest, a lot of people are like, well, I don't kind of understand how to use it, or some people do, and they would really, really benefit from like a tutorial on how to do it. That's the kind of thing advertisers are looking for. That's where I'm looking at where I'm going to look to put my money. How easy is it to use your platform? How much time will people spend on your platform, and what are you doing to try to bring those people in? So that's the kind of thing I'd be interested for Pinterest doing. But again, I think this is a really, really creative, great way to get content out there for IKEA, and literally they're digitally transforming from the print over to, they thought the best platform was Pinterest, and I think it's awesome what they did. It's great.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Well, thank you everybody for listening to today's episode of The Buyer's Journey. Check us out on chemexis.com, YouTube, and anywhere you can get your podcasts. And follow us on Twitter at @buyers_journey. Thanks for tuning in.